Published 1937 EDT, 1 November 2017. Updated 1937 EDT, 1 November 2017. Peter Grant on Wednesday night claimed that Alan Pardew would give serious consideration to managing Rangers. Grant is a former assistant of the former West Ham, Newcastle and Crystal Palace boss, whose representatives have established contact with the Ibrox club since Pedro Caixinha's sacking. And Sportsmail understands that Rangers director of football Mark Allen has been given the job of overseeing the recruitment of a manager with high-end experience in the British game with no time limit on how long it takes. Alan Pardew would give serious consideration to the Rangers post, says Peter GrantAberdeen. Manager Derek McInnes remains the clear frontrunner for the post. But exCeltic midfielder Grant, a coach under Pardew at Reading and West Ham, believes the Englishman would be interested in having a conversation with the Ibrox outfit. Absolutely, I think he would, Grant told BBC Scotland. Fantastic man. I thoroughly enjoyed my time at West Ham. I loved working with him, and the only reason I left was because I got the opportunity to manage Norwich. We had some wonderful players at the club, Tevez, Mascherano, Sheringham, and I saw very close hand how he handled top quality players. He did that exceptionally well. I've got great respect for him as a manager. Certain managers know how to handle top players. You talk about Tevez, Mascherano, fantastic players, different characters. You have to manage them well. I thought they should all be the same. One rule for all, but he softened me on that. You have respect for the players, the discipline, and they knew the rules. There was no fine line, and nobody got away with anything. Pardew has been out of a management job since leaving Crystal Palace last December was hard but fair. You respect them and tell them your thoughts, but you've got to manage them the right way. Meanwhile, director of football Allen insisted that the club will take their time finding the right man. I think the one thing I would say is we need to do our due diligence, he told the official Rangers podcast. We need to be sure that this process is given the right time to find the right person. With the managerial search expected to run into the international break, interim boss Graham Murdy will remain in charge for Saturday's Premiership clash against Partick Thistle at Ibrox, despite admitting he didn't enjoy his return to the technical area against Hearts last weekend. Murdy told Rangers I was always wanting to know if I had done enough. Had I covered that in pre-match? Had I done this? Had I done that? He eventually managed to let it go and let the players go and do their thing and trust the players to go and carry it out. But on the sidelines, it is always a test for the emotions. I didn't enjoy it, but I was satisfied by it, and I thought there were a couple of passages of play, even in the first half when we were down, that eased me a little bit as I thought we had it and we were going to come good. Murdy now hopes Rangers will continue to show the self-belief and quality he witnessed during their comeback success in Edinburgh. Trailing to a Kyle Lafferty free kick, the Ibrox side responded with a Kenny Miller double and a goal from Josh Windass. I've just told Josh not to take his shirt off again, he said. But other than that, I think we just have to reinforce to the players when we move the ball quickly, when we are brave enough to go on and play, spaces will open up, and we just need to do it more.